why you don't give up, Harry. Forget all this climbing up in the world. Go back on the production line.
What do you mean, Shirl? I scraped myself off the workbench directly into van sales and dallying there merely a week. The clock has already ticked round to a white-collar time.
Harry, you weren't just a week in van sales because of your talents. I know what happened. I work in the bakery and all. You weren't promoted, you got the push. Mr. Taylor's secretary told me.
Well, she should keep her shorthand pads and her pencil stubs out of other people's business, then. Or somebody might go down her office with a very large number 6 iron and whack the golf ball straight out of her typewriter.
She told me you were frightening the shopkeepers.
Oh, come on, Shirl. It's called Smiler in school. I was voted the happiest boy in the classroom and the quickest flash of the fags 3 terms on the trot. Unlike your old man, who was probably the boy that most wanted to stick his head down in a bucket of water. Hello, Mr. Thomas.
Evening, Dad. You go and sit down. I'll put the kettle on. Honestly, Harry, you see what I mean? No wonder you gave that old bloke in the grocer a stroke.
I did not give him a stroke. He was attacked by his asthma. He left his nasal inhaler at home. His own fault for going down the street with nothing to stick up his nose but his finger.
Well, it don't seem to me like you're going nowhere.
Oh, come on, Shirl. A job in the sales administration office. That's his silver opportunity, love.
Well, since you're so pleased with your progress, Harry, and so optimistic about your prospects...
Yeah?
Then this might be a very good time for us to do something about getting married.
Oh!
Are you all right?
Just don't go down the wrong way there.
Get up.
Shirl, get him off!
Dad, are you all right?
Breaks all the veins. He's breaking them, Shirl! Oh!
Cold enough for you then, Harry?
Yes, chilly as beans out there, it is.
It's deplorable, if you ask me. Was having to stand in this telephone box every morning because it's too cold to stand outside waiting for the bus. I have read, you know, that if you get frostbite, sometimes your private parts drop off.
Private parts in it, Bridge. Just inoffensively hanging around doing nothing and suddenly dropping off.
I'm going to write to the council and request that we get a proper bus shelter.
Need a big grappler there, Reg, if you're going to scale that great wall of bureaucracy.
No, I do a good strongly worded. I once said something in the local paper.
What's that, cod and a small helping?
No, I shall say that we want a proper bus shelter for the fare-paying passenger. You see, that's the trouble. You see, they're out of touch with the grassroots. I shall write to them as a grassroot.
Here, you a grassroot now then, Reg, are you?
Yeah, of course he's a grassroot, Harry. You can see he's a grassroot.
Must be why he gets his hair cut with a lawnmower then.
Well, you don't need to be so cocky, Harry.
Oh, he's back on the old frostbite again.
Didn't last long in your famous van sales, did you? Soon out on your ear. Starting a new job every day, you are.
Yeah, I'm starting a new white-collar one today, mate. White collar.
Good morning. Are you using the phone?
No, we're waiting for a buzz.
Use it then, if you don't mind.
Well, sure, go on. Be my guest. Help myself.
I can't actually quite get in.
Oh, really? Oh, well, allow me then. If I pass it, then you tell me the number you want and I'll dial it for you.
It's on this piece of paper.
Right.
Shall I stick the money in for you?
Oh, thanks.
Cold again, isn't it?
Yes. It's ringing. Okay. Hello? Is that the clinic? It's Mr. Wallinson here. Yes. It's the rash. It's come up again. All over. Yes. I've been rubbing it on. Yeah, and them too. And one of them's burst. Yes.
Yes, well, I'm just going to the, I shan't be very long. Carry on, Mrs, whatever your name is, Mrs. Weston, carry on.
All right, Mr. Pilby. The minute he goes anywhere, he clinks.
I really don't seem to have much to do, Mrs. Weston. I've sharpened all my pencils. Both ends. I've got nothing blunt left.
Yes, well, we do tend to be a little quiet sometimes, Harry, but we make up for it when we're busy. Don't we, Jean?
Oh, yes. We certainly make up for it when we're busy, Harry. It's all hands to the pumps then. You can't see us for dust. Oh, we get that frantic when we're busy. You'll wish it were quiet then.
Right. Well, when's the old first start flying then? When does it pick up a bit, eh? Afternoons, is it? I bet it's busy in the afternoons, eh?
Not exactly afternoons. Well, Christmas is busy.
Right. Right, well, see, there's no matters of great urgency, contingent. I shall just plug the hiatus.
Oh, no, Harry, you mustn't do that. Mr. Mahoney might come round and he wouldn't like it.
We surely prefer us to do something educational.
No, Harry, you better just look as if you're doing some work.
But I haven't got any work.
Then just pretend.
That's a bit of a waste of time, isn't it?
That is no attitude to adopt, Harry. If we all thought everything was a waste of time, we'd never finish any of what there is to do.
But I haven't got anything to do.
Maybe so, Harry, but that's no excuse for not doing it. If we all did nothing just because there was nothing to do, then nothing would ever get done. Would it now?
No. As soon as you put the logarithms and algebras a bit like that, no. Right, well, I'll just get on with not doing something then. Hello. Wooden leg when I started.
I wonder if you'd like to sign the card. It's for Doris. She's having a baby. We thought 50 pence each.
Yeah? All right, but hang on. Who's this Doris, then?
Well, Doris in accounts. You gave her a wedding present. When we gave her the towels and the bathroom set.
Oh, I don't remember that. No, when did you collect the wedding present, then?
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's a speedy turnover, isn't it? Procreation in 2 weeks. Takes some people I know 2 weeks to get their trousers off. Didn't think even microbes could reproduce carbon copies that fast.
Oh, it's only 50 pence.
Yeah, but a baby here, a birthday there, sadly missed, gone but not forgotten, and next thing you know, you're in the bankruptcy court.
Oh, go on, look, Doris. Well, she's a laugh.
All right. 50p for Doris the Laugh.
Thanks very much.
There.
And I'm collecting for Carol in accounts too, where she's leaving to start her family.
Well, I don't know. Blimey, it's an epidemic. It's like having a flag day in a stud farm. Tell you what, unless Doris and her mates get on the pill, I'm leaving.
They must do something for their pay packets up in admin, surely, Harry.
Oh, yeah. There's a woman in accounts called Doris. She's revolutionised obstetrics. She can have a baby in 2 weeks, and for 50 pence you can buy a share in it.
Oh, it's not all drinking tea, then?
Not natural there, Ted. Tethering human beings to a desk 8 hours a day. It's a job for vegetables. Here, I'll tell you what. Better off not eating them, train them up in secretarial and typing.
Well, I've heard of talking to plants, but I've never had them taking dictation before.
Here, don't you ever get bored, Ted?
Bored? How could I get bored with all these living things round me? Growing, all the plants growing. Just look at that.
It's not doing much.
No, but it's growing, you see, Harry, growing. It's stealthy, but it's growing.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem to do much at all to me. And I reckon your plan's a bit useless, a big waste of time there, Ted. Oi. You teach him to do that, do you? I'm bored, Cheryl. I'm more bored than a plank full of woodworm. What am I going to do?
Well, I can't help you. What can I do about it? I mean, I can hardly come round and do the dance to the 7 blotting pads to brighten up your afternoon.
I'm just so fed up, that's all. Bored with the tedium of it all.
Yeah, well, I'm bored and all. Everybody's bored. You know what I do all day? I stand dropping cherries onto cakes. 4 cakes a minute, 6 cherries a cake, 180 cakes I can go to the toilet, 1,920 I can go home, 10 million I can have a nervous breakdown, 50 million I can get my own straitjacket, and you're bored.
You know, I'd always relieve your boredom, no?
Go on, you go off. No, look, I'm doing something. Hey, Dad's in the other room. You could go and tell him now.
Yeah, well, nowadays you don't need the old parental approval, do you? I mean, if you want to get married, you just tug on your bonnet and boots and wade straight in there.
Yeah, well, I have to live with my relations. It's all right for you. You don't seem to have any.
Well, it's not my fault if they went to Australia and didn't take me with them.
Have you got any relations you can bring to the wedding?
I've got 1 or 2, yeah. They might object to me digging them out the cemetery when they're just getting a bit settled.
Go on.
Thomas? Mind if I sit down, Lynn? I expect you're wondering why I've ventured in and joined you here. Because generally we do kind of avoid each other, you know. I suppose it's pretty truthful to say that we've never been entirely tickety-boo or wholeheartedly hunky-dory, eh? Well, now, concerning Shirley, Mr. Thomas, as you might have noticed that she and I have been tripping out now for, 9 years. And we have formed ourselves a romantic attachment, as it were. Well, I don't know what you think about it, because, well, you don't speak to me very often. I mean, apart from that couple of fingers we had that day, we had the trouble. I want you to know that I have forgiven you for that. Well, I know this is terribly old-fashioned, Mr. Thomas, but I would like your daughter's hand in matrimony and wedlock. Not just around the other compartments, too, eh? Right. Well, seeing as there is no vocal objections, right. Oh, well, regarding my prospects, I did recently discover I was a genius. And since then, I have been currently upwardly mobile, and so I anticipate no trouble on that. As for the expenses of the wedding, I'd just like to tell you that my post office savings bank and the jam jar with the change in it is at your disposal. Just entering a new era, Mr. Thomas, isn't it? I mean, you and me got Pinky and Perky, Tweedledum, Tweedledee, buddies. Right, then, thank you, Father. I'm just going to tell Shirley the good news, the tremendous tidings, eh? I'm sure the cockles of her heart be tickled pink. Right.
Well?
We thought he was over the moon, knocked out.
Well, anyway, I wrote to him, like I said, and I put on the first-class stamps.
Were you cogent, though, Rich? Were you impressive? Did you dip your pen in learned letters?
Yeah, I hope you put down plasticine, Rich. I always write plasticine. I like to work it into letters. Dear Sir, plasticine. That always gets them going. Donuts is a good word and all.
Well, I didn't mince matters. I told him. I said, if there isn't a bush shelter provided soon, there's going to be ructions, I said. Ructions.
Well, big ructions or little ructions, Reg?
I don't like them big ructions.
Very ructions, they're all right, though.
Yeah, go all day on a piece of cheese, they will.
Yes, well, I thought that'd do the trick. That's aluminium, that is. See, that's alloys. Oh, And we've got a timetable. That's information at your fingertips, That's like static CFAX, that is. Very modern shelter, isn't it?
Yeah, got all the gadgets.
Technological complexities. So advanced, it's ahead of itself. Well?
Well, we'll go and wait in the telephone box, shall we?
It's too good to use during the week. We just use it on a Sunday.
Careful with that plant, Harry. I think she gives it 5 minutes under the sun lamp every day. Look, it's having babies.
Has it been up in accounts with Doris, has it?
It's 11 o'clock. They're open.
Oh, yes, hasn't the time flown? It's 11 o'clock, Jean.
Oh my, 11 o'clock, look.
Anybody got the time?
It's 11 o'clock!
Oh well. I think I'll get myself a cup of coffee. Anybody?
I'll have the usual, Jean.
I'll be back in a minute.
Right.
Hello, Harry.
Told you to never bother me in work. If you think you're getting maintenance, you better think again.
Class as that cactus, I've had my eye on there.
No, mate. That is somebody else's cactus, and that is a spoken for cactus, that is. That's Mrs. Weston's cactus. She nurtures that with black stuff out of a bottle. Gives it sessions under a plug-in solarium.
Look, I only want a cutting. Break off the nodule just there and bang it out the window.
What else do you want when you're here, Teddy? What would you like, mate? Bags of manure, eh? Lawnmower, watering can, small pond? Or perhaps the full near-the-knuckle set of copulating garden gnomes, eh?
If he's one of the gnomes, I bet he spends his time laid out on the lawn singing Nellie Dean and waving his fishing rod.
Yes, Mr. Bilbeam. Afraid he's one of the molten barley persuasion. Here, get off.
And the other one, look, give us that one out.
Hurry up.
Yeah,
You.
right.
They'll be back any minute. Take a cutting. Oh, come on, give me that.
You take that down to the marketing department, Lums, and that to the accounts.
Right.
Rexes are still at lunch, Mr. Chairman, if you care to join them.
No, thank you, John. I'll just wait for them to finish. All right, I'll do that. Off you go.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Sorry, nothing on the door there. Marketing?
Next door, son. Down the corridor a step.
This is the boardroom, eh?
Aye. It's all right in here, isn't it?
Not bad, eh? Taking a few lumberjacks to camel with a big roof rack to get that down the boardroom. So where's the big brass, then? No stretching the waistbands, are they?
Oh, yes, they like to take their time over their dinner.
Yeah, I can imagine. Avocados, seafood cocktail, steak Diane, syllabubs, 5-star brandy, I bet.
Oh, yes. Would you like one? There's plenty here.
Hey? Hey, now, come on, hang on. Somebody will come in a minute.
Oh, go on, it's all right. They let me give people drinks. I'm allowed.
All right, as long as you don't get into trouble then, and, well, it is the Napoleon, so I'll take a little slurp.
There you are.
Oh. Yeah, cheers. Hey, any vacancies in your department then, eh? Why, you're cleaning and maintenance?
Aye, it is me that usually has to do the dirty work and keep the firm going, yes.
Oh, well, slants your bar, mud on your specs. You don't have an air of the dog that might...
No, bad stomach. Would you like a cigar with that?
Oh, come on, hang on. I mean, somebody's coming in a minute. Draw a line somewhere.
Go on, the meeting won't start for half an hour yet. There.
All right.
You have to snip the end.
Right. Here. Havana, eh?
They're supposed to roll those cigars on the thighs of dusky maidens.
Yeah, that's what they say. I reckon they probably rub them up and down the back of dirty old donkeys. You're not having one, then?
No, I'd better get on with this. So, what keeps you occupied here then, son?
Well, I'm in sales admin at the moment, see? Mind you, I'd rather a checkered career. Yeah, in fact, it's been so checkered of late, you could probably have the World Ludo Championships held on it. Used to be in the oven 16 years, but when I became a genius, I gave that up.
You did say when you became a genius.
Yeah, I passed all these tests, see? I'm a member of Mensa. I have an IQ of 166. They do say that if you wanted to buy a calculator with the intelligence of my brain, it could set you back in the shops up to £59.60. Not including VAT.
Oh, really? You got it up top, then?
Yeah. Not that anyone seems to care. Might have well had it up my blooming nose for the difference it makes. Just wanted a chance to prove myself, and nobody will give me one.
Well, that's the kind of talk I like to hear, lad. That's the kind of talk I've not heard around this place in a long time.
Yeah. Well, one day, eh? Well, thank you very much indeed for the cognac and the lung collapser. I must roll on.
Before you go, take a look at this. 1879, British troops in Africa. They fought the Zulus from behind a barricade of biscuit tins from this bakery. History, that.
Yeah, they probably killed more of them if they'd sat tight and fed them from biscuits from this bakery instead.
Do you know him? He was the previous chairman. Do you know what he used to say, Harry? He used to say that he didn't suffer fools gladly. Whenever you hear of anyone who doesn't suffer fools gladly, chances are he's an idiot.
A great man's syndrome, eh? Mind you, I have heard one chairman is exactly like that.
Oh.
Never mind keeping order in a boardroom, he couldn't call last orders in a pub.
Is that so?
Yeah. Well, I reckon if he's putting his own weight, going by results, then he can't weigh much more than an undernourished spider's leg.
No, oh, really? And I suppose you think you could do better, do you?
Well, I mean, you and me. I mean, me with my brain, you with your chamois, we couldn't do worse.
He's been drinking. Smells like a pub.
I hope this is not his idea of keeping busy.
Well, he's ashamed of himself, getting in a disgusting state like that. People like him, they're just dead wood.
Frankly, I never wanted you in this department. You're foisted upon me. Shunted here from Van Sales because they didn't want you in there either. And they've had you on the carpet. You've been on more carpets than a vacuum cleaner. You get drunk, you fall asleep. What are you trying to do?
Just trying to improve myself.
Well, you won't accomplish that by sleeping rough in sales admin.
I think you're right. I'm not a kind of desk and chair man. I'm more an up and on the move man.
Oh, I know, because you've moved from one job to another, like
lubricating bumblebees.
Like a dose of salts. And I've got a strong suspicion you're shortly going to be moving again.
Trying to tell me I have no future in sales admin, then?
Yes, Lumsden. I pride myself on high standards, very high standards. I often work late, stay behind. I mean, I'll give anyone a chance. But I don't suffer fools gladly.
Well, don't suppose there's any kind of possibility of you take me on as a trainee sales rep? You know, just to give me a chance.
No, Lumsden. I think there's a much stronger possibility of you finding yourself back on the factory floor, on the handle end of a dustpan and brush. Thank you.
Are we working late again tonight, Mr. Mahoney? Frank.
So you were promoted as a consequence, kicked upstairs.
That's right. Trainee sales rep. Start next week.
Yeah, well, I don't know whether I approve of the means of this, Harry. I don't know whether it's ethical. But I suppose there would have been red faces if they kept bumping into you, grinning at them every day.
Absolutely. Saved embarrassment all round it, did.
Yeah. Sounds like Sodom and Gomorrah in those offices to me. Don't get that sort of thing going on the factory floor.
Here, Ten. Would you ever consider having an affair?
Not with you, no.
No, I wouldn't consider an affair being possible.
Why?
I'm not married.
You single blokes never get any luck, do you, Harry?
Here. Hello. I say, that was powerful brandy you were throwing round the other day there.
Hello. Important stuff, eh?
Telling me. You all right?
Yes, fine. It's just a mite parky, that's all.
You're never thinking of walking home in this, are you? I mean, you being an elderly gentleman, huh? You got the bus fare?
Yeah.
Look, I tell you what. Here you are. I'll lend you the money for a taxi. Don't want to risk you getting arthritis.
No. It's very practical, son. But
I insist. I don't want it back neither. I tell you what. Look, there's another £1 there. Get yourself an hot fish supper and a cup of tea. I know they don't impress too much.
No, it's all right, honestly. I get a lift.
No. I owe you a favour. That brandy did me a bit of good in the ultimatum.
I tell you, I can manage. Here's my lift now. Thank you, Charles. Can I offer you a lift, Harry? If you don't mind travelling with an old and nourished spider's leg, that is.
Are you going anywhere near West Hill?
Oh, right to the top. Was it the top that you wanted?
Oh, yeah, to the top. Lovely, that. Evening, Mr. Thomas.